Hello, good day. I was looking at this old TORPET. Oh, set the 64 in the joystick here. This is the TORPET from December 1983. Jack Tramiel. And here are some artistic impressions of some of the creations that he and his company would have been and were responsible for. It's funny though, I was just watching a video with his son Leonard because Leonard is coming to the TPUG meeting in a couple of days from now. In case you're interested, April 20th, 2023, 7:30 p.m. Toronto time. Go to tpug.ca to look for all the links to the Zoom meeting. Anyway, I was watching a thing with Bill Hurd and Leonard Tramiel, and Jack Tramiel was not a techie nerd by any means, and really, the only computer type thing he really ever felt comfortable with was an Apple iPad. But he could get things done. Now, in here, we have Jack Tramiel, Origins of the Originator by Leslie Wood, who I have no idea who she is, from Toronto, Ontario. I must say, this is some yellowed, and even then, the pictures in here are not great. Not great at all. Oh, look at this thing. That is, yeah, their production facilities. That's from Shannon, Ireland, but boy, it's a little dark. Maybe the time has not helped any, but anyway, let us read. The story of Commodore is completely entwined with Jack Tramiel, founder and architect of the company, and no story can be complete without a little bit of the flavor of the man behind the company. Tramiel was born in Poland and survived the Nazi concentration camps to immigrate to the United States after the war. His first association with the industry that evolved into the computer era was in his army days at Fort Dix, where he became involved with the repair of typewriters. Once into civilian life, this was the business he pursued, and he even drove a taxi in New York City to help establish himself. It was the typewriter experience that led to the start of Commodore a few years later, when Jack moved his wife and two sons to Toronto in 1958 and started his own typewriter repair business at 2 Toronto Street in the city's downtown core. Only the likes of Tramiel could have envisioned the Commodore International of today from that small repair shop. Later, in 1958, having grown to a strength of 5 employees, the company moved to more spacious quarters at 1905 Davenport Road. 2 more moves for expansion purposes brought Commodore to 501 Yonge Street and then 630 King Street West at Bathurst in 1959, where it continued in sales and repair. The number of expansion moves in those early years attest to the hustle and hard work Tramiel put into his company and the successful results he achieved. Commodore's family of products. No. All right, where does this continue? There must be more. There must be more. Maybe there's not more. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's just a little history. Anyway, the picture here is Commodore began as a typewriter shop and later began manufacturing typewriters itself, such as the lightweight portable described in the 1963 annual report. A vintage 1968 Commodore Minuteman II SR calculator is pictured here. What is this thing? On the left, another 1968 Commodore calculator, the US-152-P, which sold for $350. It was because of the loyal calculator dealer network in Europe that Commodore now sells over 50% of the personal computers in many countries there. This picture, which is not great, looks like a classroom. Below, Commodore now holds 80% of the market for education in Ontario. That is true. When I was going to high school, in came the pets. Commodore is very much a result of Tramiel's anticipation of the future, and its corporate philosophy is purely Tramiel's. Some of Jack's own thoughts are undoubtedly the best ways to describe him. On customers, we produce for the masses, not the classes. Quality and service is our commitment, because if we don't give our customers the best, they will know it. On technology, Commodore is driven by technology. We don't only introduce the products the customer wants, we introduce products the customer didn't even know were available. On mutual improvement, never settle for doing things the way they were done in the past. Always find new ways to do things better, cheaper, and more efficiently. On suppliers, never buy a product if you don't know what it costs to make it. Never buy below the supplier's cost to drive him out of business. Give him a profit, but never more than our company makes. On business, business to us is not a sport, it's war. We are not here to play the sport, but to win the battles. We will win because we work harder and smarter and serve our customers better. On the future, we're always looking at the future because we're helping to create that future. But the work is always done in the present. Down here is a picture. The Commodore boat, driven by Rob Skiles something, is the 1982 champion of the Canadian Boating Federation Sportcraft Division. Commodore's sponsorship of the boat is only one example of Commodore community commitment to sport and youth in Canada. Yes, cover story. Commodore's family of products. Commodore's family of products provides consumers with a complete line of personal computers from the VIC-20 to the advanced B-Series business computer and the traveling Executive 64. The vertical integration of the company is a big advantage in developing product diversification while at the same time maintaining good performance price ratios. And of course, alongside the family of products Commodore has developed, peripherals to enhance the capabilities of the personal computers. The company has developed a line of 8 disk drives, numerous printers, some of which are letter quality. That was a big deal back then. And a color printer plotter, a color monitor, a dataset recorder, a modem for telecommunications, and a wide range of software. Indeedy. Anyway, there's a picture of a printer, which is letter quality at the time. Of course, that meant like a daisy wheel. It did. That's just the way it was. And this horrible picture is a picture I mentioned from Ireland. Is there anything else in here that we have going on? There's ads. There are lots of ads, but I guess that is what they had to say about the man, the myth, the legend. Indeedy. Here we have consumer electronics, Commodore hardware and software. Commodore 64, $198. 1702 monitor, $248. Disk drive, spelled with a C, $250. First store on the left when you cross the Rainbow Bridge. Ah, right. So this is an American store hoping to sell to Canadians. First, yes. For those that don't Niagara Falls, that's Niagara Falls. Oh, look, here's a Here's an ad for the world of Commodore, imagine. Anyway, yes, there are things. And of course, this was the days when TPUG and the TORPET were splitting up. Oh, here's an ad by Commodore. Commodore sells more personal computers in Canada than any other company. Well, Commodore was born here in Canada some 25 years ago, and although we're an international company today, we continue to make more and more jobs for Canadians as we prepare to ship computers made here to 25 different countries around the world. We got big by being good. Take a look at the successes pictured here. And we're going to get bigger because performance for price, Commodore computers are better than anyone else's. There will be computers in every home, high school, and business much sooner than anyone ever dreamed. That will be mostly because a company born in Canada 25 years ago was totally dedicated to producing state-of-the-art technology at prices that anyone could afford. That's us. And in the pictures, they have the VIC-20, the Commodore 64, the Commodore PET and Super PET, and indeed, the B machine, one of the B machines, pictured in front of a 1701 or 1702 monitor. Indeed. So, oh my. More ads. Oh, from a store in Las Vegas. Oh. Enter the Variety Club Vicathon and zap aliens to help kids. This is another ad. Sponsored by Commodore. The Variety Vicathon helps disabled children. It's like a walkathon or bikeathon. It's a way entrants and their sponsors can have fun raising money for Variety Club's charitable work with disabled children. Entrants zap aliens playing the computer game Gorf on the VIC-20 supplied and set up by Commodore Computer. Sponsors pledge on a point score basis up to any limit they choose. It's fun. There are lots of prizes to be won, so come and pick up your pledge sheets. You'll be making a valuable contribution to a truly worthwhile cause. Variety Vicathon Day, November the 20th. Entrants gather at the Sheraton Center Hotel. There'll be loads of Commodore VIC-20 computers for them to compete on. They'll compete in one of 4 categories. Lots of prizes, lots of fun. Yes. Variety Vicathon Grand Finals, December 11th. Top scorers in each age group will compete in the Grand Finals at the World of Commodore Computer Show at the International Center. Win Commodore VIC-20s. All participants in the Grand Finals receive Variety Vicathon satin jackets, t-shirts, movie passes, and more. All champions win Commodore VIC-20s. The Grand Champion also wins a Commodore Color Monitor, dataset, and bonus pack. Help us help Variety Club with the disabled children. It'll give all of us a good feeling. Come and pick up complete details and pledge sheets. You know, this is the first I've ever heard of this. It's only 40 years late. Yep. Telecommunications. What do we have? All kinds of magical things in here. And oh, look, what is this? Oh, I guess the cards ripped out. Anyway, there are ads from places all over the Canada and the States, including RTC. There they are. And they had the special insert script 64. Never used it. I liked paperclip. Oh, what is this? Is this really? Oh, this actually comes out. I never knew that. Ooh. I must say, though, the back on the back here, there were many people or companies that made things to let IEEE drives use the 64, but I much preferred the C-Link. The batteries included made one. There were others. They all had their charm, but the C-Link I found was the best. Anyway, so oh my, more things. Raw sail printer. Oh, here's the Wico Boss joystick. Yep. Yep. All kinds of stuff. Control Microsystems Inc. Batch and process control. I've heard of these things, never saw one. Basically, let you use the pet to control all kinds of sort of industrial things. Here's a cartoon. There's a fellow holding up a thing. There are thousands of logic elements on this chip. Those at the back may wish to move nearer to the front for a better look. Yeah, this is not cut properly. I would have to be careful with that. So it means there are pages I can't properly look at the moment. But I will perhaps take a sharp knife and slice that. Here, classified ads. Cool, so this was a total of, it looks like 80 pages. Ooh, and there's an ad for the Transactor, which was an incredible magazine run by Carl Hilden. And it was grand. It was. And actually, I've been in touch with Carl Hilden just in the last week, and from time to time. Anyway, so there is Jack Tramiel, and of course, this week, if you're looking at this like right when it comes out, April the 20th, 2023, 7:30 p.m., Leonard Tramiel will be at the TPUG monthly meeting, which will be on Zoom. Go to tpug.ca for all the links and all of everything. And what I believe there will be an interview and then questions and answers. And I'm doing my best to make sure that people know about this. I've been spreading the word on a variety of places to Commodore people, Amiga people, and yes, Atari people. So who knows how many people from around the world will tune in to hear the son of Jack Tramiel answer the questions and tell stories and remember the days. And I remember the days of getting ready to go to the show, The World of Commodore. Not that I don't enjoy it now, because TPUG still runs The World of Commodore, generally the first weekend in December of every year, but it's not the same. Well, in some ways it's better, but it's not as big. I mean, it was big. There were tens of thousands of people would come to the International Center, pay to get in, so that then they had the opportunity to see things and buy things that they could have probably just bought at their local local store, without having to pay to get in. But then, of course, there were presentations and seminars and all kinds of things. And yes, Jim Butterfield was there, as well as all kinds of other Commodore legends. And yes, even I was there, and on occasion did do talks, seminars, things, stuff. I did. Mostly I just walked around, took in the ambiance, saw the people, talked to people, made contacts, and carried on. All right. It's enough for now. We'll see you, hopefully, online Thursday, April the 20th at 7:30 p.m., where Leonard Tramiel will join us. Until we meet again, thanks for coming. Always a pleasure. I think I will say bye for now. I was hoping Penny would drop in, but that is not to be. So, Oh, yeah. Onward. Thanks so much. Bye for now.